Hey there, nature lovers! Welcome to our channel where today we're diving deep into the wonders of the natural world. Get ready to be amazed by some of the coolest facts and most incredible trivia that Mother Nature has to offer. From the mysterious depths of the oceans to the towering peaks of the mountains, nature is full of surprises and secrets. Did you know that certain species of jellyfish are immortal? Or that a single tree can produce enough oxygen to support 2 human beings? In this video, we've compiled some of the most fascinating facts about our planet's diverse flora and fauna. Whether it's the bizarre behaviors of animals, the incredible adaptability of plants, or the awe-inspiring phenomena of the natural world, there's something here to spark your curiosity and expand your knowledge. So sit back, relax, and get ready to be blown away by the beauty and mystery of nature. Ever heard of a plant that can disguise itself as a rock? Yeah, talk about a survival strategy. And get this, there are frogs so tiny they can sit on a dime, but they can leap over 20 times their own body length. That's like you jumping the length of a basketball court in one go. Oh, and before you plan your next beach vacation, how about this? There's a jellyfish with 24 eyes. Yep, it literally has all eyes on the beach. Let's waddle over to the world of penguins. Did you know these dapper birds actually propose? That's right, a male penguin will present a pebble to his chosen lady. If she accepts, they keep the pebble and use it to build their nest. Talk about building a rock-solid relationship. Moving on to the land down under, where kangaroos have their own cool-down hacks. Since they can't sweat, what's a roo to do? They simply lick their forearms, their saliva evaporates, and bingo, instant air conditioning. How's that for a refreshing twist? And now, let's set sail with coconuts. Believe it or not, these tropical treats can travel thousands of miles across the ocean. They float on seawater for months and can still sprout upon reaching new shores. Nature's very own world traveler. How about the fact that peacocks have natural sunglasses? Buckle up because you're about to learn something wild. First up, peacocks. Yeah, those fancy birds aren't just about looks. Their feathers have tiny structures that literally act like sunglasses. These structures not only give them their stunning colors but also protect their eyes from harmful sun rays. Moving on to our desert friends, camels. These resilient animals can go up to 2 weeks without a drop of water. How? Well, they store fat in their humps, not water as some think. And this fat can be converted into water and energy. Mind-boggling, right? And here's a refreshing fact for you. Watermelons are not just tasty, they are also 92% water. Originating from the Kalahari Desert, they're nature's answer to staying hydrated in the heat. Imagine being immortal. No, it's not a new sci-fi movie, it's the Turritopsis dohrnii jellyfish. This little critter can turn back time by reverting to its juvenile form after reaching maturity, making it biologically immortal. How's that for a life hack? Next, let's debunk a common misconception. When you think of deserts, you're probably picturing vast sands and scorching sun, right? Well, the world's largest desert will freeze you in your tracks. It's Antarctica. Yes, despite being a land of ice, it's dry enough to qualify as a desert. Mind equals sign blown. And here's a quirky one from the last frontier, Alaska. In Whittier, Alaska, social distancing takes a unique form. Nearly every resident lives in the same building, the Beagage Towers. Imagine having to go down to the lobby to borrow a cup of sugar from your neighbor. The blue whale. Not just another big fish in the sea, this massive creature is the largest animal to have ever lived on Earth. Imagine, its heart is the size of a small car. Now let's talk about chameleons. These colorful creatures can look in 2 directions at once, giving them a whopping 360-degree view. Talk about having eyes in the back of your head. Moving on to something sweet, watermelons. They might look like your typical summer fruit, but guess what? They're technically berries. Yep, they're relatives of cucumbers and pumpkins in the botany world. Octopuses, those brainy, 8-armed wonders of the sea, have quite the knack for interior decorating. They gather shiny objects and craft elaborate gardens around their dens. Imagine finding a treasure trove underwater, only to realize it's an octopus's living room. Now, shifting gears from sea to sky-high cliffs, let's talk about mountain goats. These incredible climbers tackle slopes that would make even experienced climbers sweat. Their secret? Hooves that can grip onto nearly nothing. Talk about living on the edge. And here's a beat you can feel in your chest. Literally. Did you know your heart can sync up to the music you're jamming to? Next time your heart skips a beat during your favorite song. Thanks science for that real-life, heart-thumping moment. Did you know that your brain is like a non-stop idea factory? Yup, it churns out around 70,000 thoughts every single day. That's like thinking about every single person in a small city. Daily. And speaking of communication, elephants have their own secret chats using infrasound. That's sound waves so low, even your dog can't hear them. They could be gossiping about the lion next door, and we wouldn't have a clue. Now let's talk about superhero materials. A single strand of spider silk is not just stunningly slender but also tougher than steel. Imagine a spider wearing a cape because honestly it deserves one. And the grand finale? Octopuses are not just sea creatures, they're alien wonders. With 3 hearts, 9 brains, and blue blood, they're practically ready to take over the universe. Each arm's got a mind of its own, literally. You know that giant pandas are basically professional eaters? These fluffy giants spend up to 16 hours a day munching on bamboo, chowing down around 40 pounds of it daily. And speaking of large numbers, the possible iterations of a chess game surpass the number of atoms in the observable universe. Mind-boggling, right? Here's a colorful twist. Flamingos aren't born pink. They earn their hues from the carotenoid pigments in their algae and crustacean-rich diets. Moving on to the ancient seas, sharks have been cruising the ocean blue for over 400 million years, outliving the dinosaurs and basically everything else. And for the finale, ever marvel at the uniqueness of a snowflake? No two are alike. Each one is a tiny, icy fingerprint, shaped by its very own atmospheric adventure. Isn't that fascinating? Let's talk about the adorable red pandas. Not only are they experts in being incredibly cute, but they also use their bushy tails as cozy blankets to keep warm during those chilly mountain nights. And get this, they've got a wrist bone that works just like a thumb. Handy, right? Moving on to the starfish? Or should we call them brainless wonders? That's right, these sea stars don't have brains. Their nervous system is all spread out through their arms, letting them feel and move without a central brain. Talk about decentralized operation. And here's a kicker. Koalas have fingerprints almost identical to humans. So close, in fact, they could potentially stump forensic scientists at a crime scene. Imagine a koala as a suspect in a detective story. Why is no one talking about how polar bears are essentially solar-powered bears? Or, am I the only one who didn't know that butterflies have more taste in their feet than I do in my whole body? First up, butterflies. These colorful flyers don't just look pretty, they taste with their feet. Yep, you heard that right. They've got taste sensors on their tootsies to help them pick the perfect plant for their eggs. Next, let's talk seahorses. Hold your seahorses because it gets wild. They're the only critters where the dads get pregnant. Male seahorses rock a pouch and carry the babies. Talk about modern parenting. And for the grand finale, polar bears. These furry giants might look white, but under that fur, their skin is jet black. Why? It absorbs heat from the sun to keep them warm in the frosty Arctic. If your idea of ancient creatures is dinosaurs, you're missing out. Let's rewind further back to jellyfish. Let's start with a real stunner. Jellyfish have been floating around for over 500 million years. That's right, they were bobbing through the oceans even before the dinosaurs stomped onto the scene. Moving on to your breakfast table, avocados. Believe it or not, these creamy delights are technically berries. And guess what? They're related to cinnamon and camphor. Talk about a spicy family tree. Here's a creepy crawly fact. Tarantulas can regrow their limbs. Lost a leg? No problem. During molting, they just pop out a new one. Nature's little survivalists, right? And for the grand finale, meet the narwhals, the unicorns of the sea. That majestic tusk you see, it's not just for show, it's an enormous tooth that can grow up to 10 feet long. Talk about a dental nightmare. Did you know that trees are the ultimate chatty Cathy's of the forest? Yep, they communicate through their roots and a network of fungi, sharing snacks and gossiping about pests. And speaking of taking it slow, snails can snooze for up to 3 years. Talk about the ultimate power nap, right? Now, zooming from slow to super speed, dragonflies are the Ferraris of the insect world, hitting speeds up to 60 miles per hour. Incredible, right? Did you know kangaroos can't walk backwards? Their beefy tails and muscular legs aren't just for show. They physically prevent these Aussie icons from moonwalking. Switching gears to the ocean, meet the sea cucumber. This squishy sea dweller has a bizarre defense mechanism. When threatened, it doesn't just run or swim, it throws out its internal organs at the predator. Talk about giving it your all to a new level. And the craziest part, they can grow it all back. And now, to our hefty friend, the hippo. These giants aren't just about size, they're walking skincare routines. Their skin oozes a red, oily substance that works as sunscreen, moisturizer, and germ fighter all in one. It's the ultimate skincare hack, nature style. Did you know in the weightlessness of space, astronauts can grow up to 2 inches taller? That's right, no gravity, no spine compression, more height. Bet you wouldn't mind that extra reach when changing a light bulb, huh? Now let's slow things down with sloths. These laid-back creatures are so chill that algae grows on their fur. Nature's little green camouflage helps them dodge predators by blending right in with the trees. Talk about taking going green to a whole new level. But wait, there's more. Ostriches. These birds might not be the Einsteins of the animal kingdom, but they do have the largest eyes of any land animal. Yep, their eyes are bigger than their brains. Seeing is believing, right? And finally, the oddball of nature, the platypus. Not only does this quirky mammal lay eggs, but it can also sniff out electrical signals underwater with its bill. Who needs a metal detector when you've got a platypus? Ever watched a chameleon casually lounging on a leaf? Sure, they're the ninjas of color change, blending into their surroundings like pros. But here's a twist. They also switch colors to chat with their chameleon buddies and even to keep their cool, or warm up. Now, let's talk Java. Coffee isn't just your morning savior, it's a global heavyweight. Believe it or not, coffee is the world's second most traded commodity, only trailing behind oil. That's a lot of beans. And diving into the deep blue, meet the intellectuals of the ocean, dolphins. These clever creatures aren't just friendly, they actually have names for each other. That's right, they use unique whistles to say, hey, or watch out to their pals. How cool is that? The natural world is truly full of wonders and surprises. From the depths of the oceans to the highest mountains, nature never ceases to amaze us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content about the natural world. Stay curious, stay amazed, and keep exploring the wonders of nature. See you next time.